Hello, Eurovision friends. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Eurovision Histories. Today, I want to talk about the Luxembourg entry for Eurovision 2024. Doesn't that sound amazing? Luxembourg entry. They're back after 30 years, and they chose Tali with the song Fighter in their national final yesterday. It was a great national final. In this video, I will be talking about different things. I will rate different aspects of the song and performance, giving points, and then we will have an overall rating. And at the end of the video, I will also try to make a prediction on how Luxembourg will do at Eurovision. Can they qualify? And if they qualify, how will they do in the final? And we're also going to look at your votes from the community tab of my channel and how you rated this entry. Before starting, I want to say kudos Luxembourg. This national final was absolutely amazing, really entertaining, really fun to watch. They had, I think, 6 Eurovision winners. All of them performed, I think. I really liked that Vicky Leandros performed L'amour est bleu. It's one of my favorite songs from the 60s. Yeah, just incredible. It kind of felt like they were auditioning to host Eurovision, and they really did a very good job. So I was really happy to be a Eurovision fan watching that. And a little sad because I know that the German national final will be nothing of the sort, unfortunately. So yeah, well done, Luxembourg, already for that. But let's talk about the entry that they chose in the end, Tali and Fighter. So first of all, I always start with the lyrics because I like to know what a song is about. So let's look at them together. She begins by singing, "You're not 20 anymore, you have no more time to act like a child, to just party, you're out of money, you got no flair, you're really going straight towards defeat." So it's kind of a song about growing up, I guess, becoming an adult. And I can really relate to these lyrics because these are the things that you sometimes feel. This part of the lyrics is in French, and this part as well. "And far, far, far away, I hear this quiet siren song which tells me, but come, go on, take my hand, come, I'll take you away." So it's kind of like something better is about to happen. The sirens tells her that something better is about to happen, and then the chorus kicks in, and that's, of course, "I'm never gonna let you down, I know you're a fighter," and that part is in English. And I think that works really well, that the beginning is in French, kind of her thoughts in her head are in French, and then maybe someone told her this in English, and that's why the chorus is in English. It really works well. It's not noticeable so much that the language changes, and it kind of really works for the song. And I'm really happy that the song is partly, at least in French, because having Luxembourg return with a song completely in English would have been a bit weird, I think. And then in the really quick run after the chorus, she sings in French again. I admit, I don't know. I want everything and nothing at the same time." I like that part. "I will go completely crazy, et voilà." So I think you noticed that I kind of like these lyrics. I do like that French is part of them. However, I have to say in the chorus, the fighter part and all of that seems a bit bright as well. Could have been a bit more poetic, but overall I'm giving 4 out of 5 points for the lyrics. Let's talk about the voice. It starts really impressively, I have to say. It's soft. She has a very nice vocal tone. It kind of seems a bit mellow even, and I like that. I think the French probably helps with that as well. But then as the song goes on and there's more movement, there are lots of breath control issues, I think. At the end of the song, she's really kind of out of breath, and you do notice that. So I think there has to be a lot of rehearsal for that part to really hit the nail on the head with it. And so I'm giving 3.5 out of 5 with a lot of potential of improvement. But as I said, I do like the vocal tone, so 3.5 seems right. Let's talk about the performance and the artist. She kind of reminds me quite a lot, actually, of Alessandra from Norway from last year, because they both try to project this strength. I'm a fighter, it's gonna be all right, and I'm a strong woman kind of as well. But then you also see a lot of vulnerability. Like, I think there were a lot of nerves involved in this performance, which is fine. And it kind of works with the lyrics as well, because it's about growing up and feeling vulnerable and maybe a bit anxious. But in the verses, she almost looked like she was suffering, which kind of works with the lyrics, but is a bit too much. So I think I would like a bit more self-confidence as well. But don't lose all the vulnerability, because that's a nice touch. And I think that helped Alessandra actually do so well with the televotes. There was also one moment where she didn't really look into the camera, which is kind of important. I don't know whether that was the fault of the cameraman or her fault, but they can improve that as well. So again, lots of potential, and I do like her as a performer, so I'm giving 4 out of 5 points for the performance. Now let's talk about the staging. Amazing stage, of course, in this national final compared to Ireland a day before. This was out of this world compared to that. It kind of seemed almost like a Eurovision in the 2010s, something like that. The thing I had to think about the whole performance is, if she wins, one of the poor dancers has to stay behind because there were 7 people on that stage and they can only have 6 at Eurovision. That's a bit sad. I did like the choreo, however, very, very much, especially the handography at the beginning where they kind of move her head. I really like that. It's a good entry into the song, and it kind of works with the guitar in the background as well. The only thing I really don't like about this, well, not like is too much, but I would change about the staging is the outfit, because I think it's just too dark. It's this very, let's look at it, this shiny, dark outfit for her and the dancers as well. But the song with the guitar and everything going on in the song kind of gives me more summery vibes. So I kind of expected a more colorful outfit and staging as well. So that's the one thing I would change, and that is why I'm giving 3 out of 5 points. Yeah, I would like to see a few more colorful outfits, but the choreography is already pretty good. I'm not sure whether she might want to move a little bit less to focus more on her voice. She's not moving that much, but maybe let the dancers do the dancing and focus on your voice more. Now, this song. This is kind of a song of hooks. You have the scale, the very quick run, which is very catchy. You have the catchy chorus as well. The verses are in themselves also catchy. You have the pre-chorus. And the thing is, it could have been completely disjointed, and you could have felt like they're throwing the kitchen sink at you and seeing what sticks. But in the end, it really comes together well. And then you even have the language changes, and that is also flowing quite nicely. So they really did a really good job composing this song. It sounds a teeny tiny bit dated in some parts, but that's fine, I think. It's still a very catchy and good song. And I do like the guitar at the beginning. And so I'm giving 4.5 out of 5 points. Also because I think even better songs are going to come out very soon. For the overall rating, the song counts 3 times, the staging twice, and the other 3 once, and that gives us an overall rating of 4 out of 5 stars. Now, before telling you my prediction on how Luxembourg will do at Eurovision, please do subscribe to this channel. I do rating videos like this for all the Eurovision entries and lots of other stuff, interpretations, news videos, lots to discover, so please do subscribe, and I can't wait to spend this Eurovision season with you guys. Now, the prediction: will Luxembourg return after 30 years and manage to qualify? I think this is a song that can appeal very much to the televoters because it has these hooks, it's catchy, it stays in your head. It also is engaging, and she's a good performer. If she works on the vocals, this will get a lot of televotes, I do think. And so I think from a televote-only semifinal, she will be able to qualify, even though we don't know yet how the whole voting clock situation is going to work out for Luxembourg, because maybe the Netherlands and Belgium can vote for them, and Germany, and France, because the song is in French, of course. But we shall see how that all works out. We don't know, because the last time they participated was 30 years ago. Then when they make it to the final, I think this is also a song that can really appeal to the juries if she improves her vocals, even though Alessandra last year didn't really do that well with the juries. But this song seems much less gimmicky than Queen of Kings did last year, and I think that's what turned off the juries a little bit. So my prediction for this would be a possible lower top 10 or somewhere in the top 15. I also think there's a bit of novelty around the entry because Luxembourg is coming back after so many years, and people will notice that, commentators will comment on it, and just the fact that it's in French might also help it stand out a bit more among other top entries that we will also see. Now let's look at your votes from the community tab of my channel. 24% of you gave the song 5 stars and love it apparently. 40% gave it 4 stars, 26% 3 stars, 6% 2 stars, and 5% 1 star. So we are kind of in agreement again. I gave it 4, and I think the average here is around 4. People seem to really, really like it, so kudos again, and welcome back, Luxembourg. You did really, really well with this. Now let's look at some of your comments as well. Costa said, a great comeback entry for Luxembourg. Fighter is a catchy and well-produced pop song. Completely agree, which doesn't feel generic at all. Don't agree 100% there, but still. I also appreciate the mix of English and French, and Tali's vocals are pretty decent too. And then Silent Station says, I couldn't watch the show, which is sad because everyone's talking about how great it was. You did miss something. Maybe you can find it on YouTube or somewhere. It was really a nice show. It was a bit long, kind of felt like a real Eurovision, to be honest, waiting for the results, but it really was worth the watch, I have to say. Anyway, I really like this song. It's an absolutely solid entry for Luxembourg's long-awaited comeback. Very catchy and pleasant, not overdone or trying too hard, but still something that grabs your attention. That's kind of what I wanted to say. It's not trying. You could feel that it's trying hard because there are so many hooks in the song, but for some reason it kind of feels natural and that it kind of works as a song. And she also says, I'm especially happy that Luxembourg didn't return with the song fully in English. Completely agree with that. In my opinion, it would have felt just wrong. And then Uyun4581 says, it's difficult, it's a nice pop song, and I love that Luxembourg is coming back with a solid song that is up-tempo and not fully in English. She definitely has some work to do on her vocals and dance moves and mainly her breath control. Yes, I completely agree. But I'm sure her team is going to help her with that. So compared to what we have so far, this is my second place in my ranking of Eurovision 2024. But looking at this, judging it more in itself and based off quality, I don't think it's super special. And there are things to fix. So it seems like Uyun is waiting for some better songs to come out. And what he said about the team is also important. They managed to stage a national final that was really on par with the best national finals like Melodiefestivalen. And so I do think that they will put a lot of effort into staging this entry, making it even better. And so that is another reason why I'm quite confident. Alov says, good song and a big potential. If they get a good stage show, it could challenge for the top 10. We shall see, we shall see. This is the exciting part. We have to wait until May to know how well this will do. But yeah, I'm quite confident actually that it will get a good result. Please let me know in the comments your rating of the song. How do you think Luxembourg will do? Would you have preferred another entry from the national final? And please subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss any more videos like this one. See you then, and bye-bye.